Okay, today we're going to look at section 1.3 in Algebra 1, and it's talking about writing expressions. When there's an expression, again, there is no equal sign, so keep that in mind as we go through here. Also, we have some keywords that we need to look for to tell us what we're going to be doing. If we're going to add, we need to be looking for the keyword sum, plus, total, more than, and increase by. If we're going to subtract, if they want you to subtract, they could use words like difference, less than, minus, and decrease by. Keywords for multiplication are times, product, multiplied by, and of. Of is a big one. The further you go in math, the more you're going to see the word of implied for multiplication. Division, they will use quotient, divided by, and divided into. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of examples. Okay, here we have 4 less than 6 times a number n. 4 less than, as soon as you see that, you should be thinking, okay, that implies we are subtracting 4 from something. Okay, we are subtracting 4 from something. 4 less than what? 6 times the number n. 4 less than 6 times the number n. Okay, 3 times the sum of 7 and a number y. Okay, so we have 3. We know that we're multiplying it times something. As soon as it says sum, that means that we are going to have to do something to find an addition problem first. Sum means addition. 3 times the sum of something. The sum of what? 7 and a number y. Okay, the last one, the difference. Difference implies that we are going to be subtracting of 22 and the square of the number m. Okay, so the difference means subtract, and then we're just going to write it down in the order that it speaks it, of 22 and the square of the number m. 22 minus m squared. Okay, when we start talking about unit rates, a rate is something, it's a fraction that compares two quantities that are in different units. And that's the big thing about rates that we need to remember, that they are in different units. For example, feet per second or miles per hour. Okay, we have two units, separate unit for the numerator than for the denominator. So an example of this would be that a car travels 110 miles in 2 hours. 110 miles in 2 hours. Okay, so this is a rate. Okay, we have two different units. We have miles and we have hours. Okay, that is a rate. For it to become a unit rate, you must reduce it so that the denominator has a value of 1. Okay, when the value in the denominator of 1, that's 1 unit, the unit rate. So we can reduce the numerator and the denominator here by 2. So if we divide the numerator by 2, we get 55, and the denominator by 2 is 1. So that's 55 miles per 1 hour. And now we have turned that rate of 110 miles in 2 hours into a unit rate of 55 miles per 1 hour. Okay, that is our unit rate.